Hello everyone, I'm here with Miss Adelaide Duncan, my grandmother. My name is Zakia Duncan. I'm going to be interviewing my grandmother, asking her a couple questions about her background. So here we go. How you doing, grandmother?
Doing pretty good, thank you, granddaughter.
That's good. So I'm going to ask you a couple questions. So the first question is, tell me a little about yourself. Like, where was your mother and father born? How did they meet?
Well, I was born in Newark, New Jersey, and my mother and father, well, my mother was born in New York City, and my father was born in British West Indies. And he came here when he was a teenager.
Okay. So how was it like during your childhood?
Living in Newark? It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I was born in 70 Stone Street. It was an apartment building. I think it was about 5 stories. And then we moved to 39 Stone Street.
Okay.
And that was almost like a one-family house. Because my father had a store down in the basement.
Okay.
And he had to play pool.
What kind of
piano there.
Oh, so what kind of store was it?
It was like no special. They sell candy, sodas, and like I said, pool room. And when Joe Louis fought, I remember they had to listen to it on the radio, but you had to put dimes in it. And people had dimes ready because they didn't want to miss nothing. Yeah, so childhood was pretty good.
Okay, that's good. So what about your young adulthood?
Well, in young adult life, I went to, after I graduated from grammar school, I went to Robert Tree, I went to Arts High, then I went to West Side, where I graduated from. Okay,
like, would you say, like, there was any racism when you was growing up, like, far as a school?
Yeah, there was institutional racism, really, try to get ahead. Because a girlfriend, my girlfriend Catherine, we had other girlfriends too. One in particular, her name was Loretta Scuderi. Her father owned a tailor shop on South Orange Avenue. And when summertime came, they had jobs listed on the bulletin board. And they went kind of fast. Me and Catherine wasn't lucky enough to get a job. But I saw her, Miss Loretta Scuderi, after I was working for the state. She still worked at the same place, Mid-Atlantic Bank.
Mid-Atlantic Bank, that's good. I remember you were saying you went to West Side, correct?
Correct.
You was the first, well, it was two black girls, right, including you.
Yeah, coming out at a certain time. They had different times because the schools were getting overcrowded. So there were different times. Our time, I think we started at 8:30 to 1:15 or 1:30, something like that. There was only 2 of those black girls in the classes that we had. Because we took a secretarial course. Most black kids took commerce. So I don't know why we thought we were smart.
Okay. So can you tell me, like, back in like the 60s, 70s, 80s, like what was like the different activities, festivities Newark had to offer?
Well, actually there weren't that many activities. There was a swimming pool, which was Rotunda, which is still in Newark.
Yeah.
The Rotunda swimming pool. And the boys were a little luckier than us girls because they had the boys club to go to. At that time it was just a boys club. Nowadays it's the boys and girls club. Because that's why I hardly ever saw my brothers. I had 2 brothers that were older than me, but they were old. By the time I got home, they were gone. And then when they hit teenagers, they joined the service. They were really gone.
Can you tell me some of the stores that was downtown Newark that was in the that era, the 60s, 70s, 80s? What different stores they had? Like, 'cause I know it was way better than the stores we have downtown today.
Right, don't hardly have anything decent. They had Macy's and Allbacks and Hanes. What else did they have? Allbacks, did I say Allbacks? Allbacks. And you could just go to one store after another.
Okay. Are you familiar with Kenneth Gibson?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me, like, anything that you remember about him?
Well, I remember he was about my age, I guess, same age, because I used to see him mostly on the weekend when they had track meets at the stadium and all. He was a runner.
Was a runner.
I was a sitter and a watcher. But yeah, and then he went into politics. I think he won his first race as the first African American male in Newark.
Okay. I remember you told me that he went to Central High School.
He went to Central.
You guys did never like was like associates or anything that you guys run into each other before?
Associations?
Yeah, like no associates like have like a conversation with one another. Like
No, I didn't know him that well. Although after he lost that second race, I think he was definitely a lawyer, so he had a law office somewhere downtown Newark, near Mulberry Street, and on Mulberry Street, that's where I worked. And I used to see him in the morning getting his coffee, and he was very cordial, always spoke.
okay. During his like first and second term, did you vote for him?
Second time,
First and second, did you?
I voted the first, but not the second,
Okay. Why not the second?
because I didn't feel like he did what he promised he was going to do.
As what? Like what did he
One thing
promise?
is for the actual citizens of Newark. Sharp James, he promised a lot, and he did come through. Because just for entertainment, was a simple thing of going to a movie theater. We had to go out of Newark, some other suburbs, to see a movie.
Okay. All right. During about like the 70s, do you think that he like was like beneficial to Newark? Like did he like far as like school wise, jobs? Did he? What did he do? Cuba Gibson, yes. What did
I don't think he did as much as he could have.
He could have did more for far as education wise, jobs.
No. And to this day, that's still what they need, more meaningful jobs.
Okay. Right. Are you familiar with the Newark Rebellion? The Newark Rebellion of 1967?
The riots?
The riots?
Yes, I had one of them army men point a rifle at me on my own porch.
Oh, wow.
Scary. And then we had a shop right across the street too, which now is part of Newton Street School, Sussex Avenue School. But at that time, it was a shop right, and people was going there stealing stuff, taking big chunks of meat, and people I had never seen before. That's why I thought that the riots was really made up. It wasn't a thing that was done by the citizens of Newark.
Okay.
It was something to make us look bad.
Okay. How long would you say the riots last?
It lasted a good week, as far as I can remember. Yeah.
Okay. So, would you say that Newark is a better place in this year, like between the 60s, 70s, 80s? Do you think in the year 2000 that we're living into, the year that I can't get it out, the year that we're living in today, is it a better place?
Yes, I do believe it's a better place.
Okay.
It's coming there take a long time, but I think Mayor Corin Booker was an excellent mayor.
Excellent, yeah. Okay. I could agree. Okay, we're about done. Thank you for having us. Bye.